So this isn't going to be quite exactly what I was expecting to be making, because we still got quite a bit of coolant in the block, and I've got nothing to catch it with. So I'm gonna have to maybe pick up a pan or some shit, find a way to drain the coolant out without just dropping it on my floor. So I kind of wanted to go over like a quick review of the block. This is a block I put together about a year ago, I think. Um, it was it was a raced engine. If you've been on my Instagram, it's like recent posts. Like I haven't been posting anything except for like race wins from this guy. So the guy came through, cousin of somebody I built an engine for, a recommendation. So I charged him for the first assembly, and the deal was we do a sponsorship, and proceeding from that point on, I would do basic engine maintenance and whatever for free, or any refreshers we needed, or any engine building that you want to go down the line. So it raced the whole season. It won a bunch of races. And towards the end of the season, they said they were losing compression, right? So I think I already found the issue. So I guess that I can go over real quick. This is supposedly a OEM head gasket. I can't say whether it is or not 100% for sure. 100% for sure. But you can see here that the gasket is looking a bit fucked in between the cylinders. It didn't breach the outer area. There's no coolant leak. There's no coolant mixture with oil. But yeah, you can see the gasket that was gone. Also, you can see between the cylinders, like when I noticed it when I finally did get the head off, that there was gasket material. It was kind of like embedded on the metal between the cylinders and on the head itself. Now, I did already put a straight edge on here and check for straightness, and so far, just with the basic cross sections and going across whatnot on the head and the block, neither are warped. I was kind of stumped for a second there when I went to go take the fucking head gasket off, or lift the head off. You can even see here where I went to go pry it, and it fucking popped the outer edge of the water pump. It was on there, the head was on there. So I had to go through and individually remove the studs, the RP head studs in there from the block to get the head off. And several of the studs themselves wouldn't come out of the cylinder head. So I don't think it was a case of the head warping or the block warping, but I think maybe it's a possibility that the head studs are out of shape on a couple of them. Although, even looking here, it may just be me. It may just be that it's crooked a little bit. But that kind of looks like it's mushroomed out in a way that it shouldn't be. Good thing is that, it was pretty obvious right away of what happened when to go to take it off. Like, I knew it was going to be something up with the head, just because how difficult it was to come off. I've never had a head get stuck on the block like that before with ARP head studs. So, I was like, all right, well, maybe this is some kind of issue we got going on here. Now, so far, the block seems to be pretty gravy. I mean, I haven't taken the pan off yet, like I said, because I'm not flipping it upside down and throwing coolant and potentially oil all over my already tight spot and then trying to chase things to get fluids off the floor. So I'm going to wait. But just from going over, it's super smooth. If there is any excessive wear on the bearings, then, I guess we'll see when we get there. But I expect to find the bearings in relatively good shape. Now, as far as what I think caused the head gasket failure, I'm not 100% sure. Like, I don't think that the head lifted, simply because of the fact that for the head to lift, that kind of power and force to generate to lift the head off the block, I would imagine I would have found some kind of warping or some kind of damage. But because it's still straight, I think that the head gasket just failed. The head gasket failing, well, this is not a drag race engine. This is like an endurance circle track engine, so it spends most of its life at very high RPM, like maxing out the RPM range and running around circles for long duration of time. So I think that just, that the head gasket just gave after that, and so despite the OEM being, fine for most performance, I guess it just this particular application couldn't take it because the ARP head studs are supposedly new, so superior clamping force. It should have been just fine, but you can see that it breached the cylinders, and there's no like I said from my initial checks, there's no warpage anywhere. So it seems like the gasket is the only thing that gave out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna come back through and follow up. I guess once I get the pan off and just to take a look at the bearings to see exactly what happened. I'm curious to see what a season of heavy duty racing is done. But yeah, overall so far I'm pretty happy with it. Now I didn't like when I built the block. I just built the block, and the rest of everything else happened outside of me. So I'm pretty happy that getting down to the block, everything seems to be okay. But I guess going further, I'm going to be responsible for everything because of course I'm going to be reassembling the long block, and it's going to go back as a long block and then get back in the car. Also, I guess something else to throw out there for you guys that's been watching me for a long time, know that I have a bunch of K-Series engines that I kind of like Frankenstein and have like tucked away around my house. Well, dude just bought an RSX with a blown engine, so we are going to be testing out some of those. Of course, the nitpicker in me would like to put the K back on the stand, take it apart, go over it, maybe upgrade some cheap stuff that I used, make new some of the stuff that I used that was old. But we're gonna stand by it, and we're gonna toss one in. We're gonna toss one in the car, see where it goes from there. The first one we're gonna be using is going to be a K20. I believe it's a K20 A3 block with K20 A2 pistons, I believe. Or no, they're higher compression than that. I think they're Type R pistons, and with a K24 A2 head. So it's an 88 millimeter bore. It's a big bore. I'd have to go back through my Instagram and find the exact pictures and whatnot to see what's up there. But anyway, if you see here the cylinders, I'm gonna go back over and do another hone. But this is all original. This is still original bore. This one, when this came in, this just came in for a piston upgrade, and upgrade meaning we went to PHK pistons. This guy races in a specific class, so he couldn't go high compression. So what he did was upgrade to the highest compression he could do for stock for this block, which is why we went for the PHK. And also, the bearings were a bit chewed up when we did the refresher, so we went ahead and replaced bearings as well. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to this engine here most likely within the next 24 hours. Like I said, there's not really much to do. Just pop off the oil pan and, take off the caps and just see bearing health to decide whether we're going to get new bearings or whatnot. But it's still, I got to get it apart because I'm going to hit the cylinders with a new hone, especially after, we got the dark spots here from where the gasket failed. All right. Yeah, so I guess thanks for watching. I know it's been fucking forever since I've uploaded anything, guys. But like I said, if I don't have anything to talk about, then I don't have anything to talk about. If you guys got anything that you want to hit me up with, any successes out there, any VTech killer stuff that you guys got going on, let me know. Any dyno footage you got or whatnot, I'll post it up and I'll talk about it. Give a shout out to the IG and whatnot. All right, guys. Thanks for watching and peace.